Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hot Dish Podcast, where it has a little bit of everything. It's always good. I'm your host, Jordan. Today with me, I have Brandon and James.
Yay!
I'm
Yay!
back.
I've been
Brandon's
here
back.
forever.
You've been gone for
It's been a while.
at least, a dozen episodes?
Yep.
Or so?
Probably.
Ooh.
Oh, now we're
Started the
straight
other way.
again. Jordan's like this now. Just kidding.
I'm breaking my microphone at all.
Yeah, you did. Way to go.
Bad, I
You
kid.
broke it.
So how's everybody?
Terrible.
Yeah. Brandon, this is your your favorite week of the year.
No, yeah. It's
Star
pretty good.
Wars,
There was so much that came out this week.
Mandalorian came out, which we're gonna talk about today.
Disney Plus, yeah.
Yeah, you have to own Disney Plus to watch it,
Yeah.
but we're gonna watch it today. I'm gonna have a
We're
timer.
gonna watch it?
Yeah, we're gonna watch it. I have it up on the screen.
Oh,
That's why
dope.
James is here.
Oh,
Yeah.
dope. Okay, all right, dope.
Because he hasn't seen it, so I'm gonna ask you questions when my book is over there. We'll have to press the timer anyway. Mandalorian came out on Tuesday. They released one episode then, and they're gonna release another episode yesterday. So there's two episodes out,
Yep.
and they're gonna do what Brandon told me is that every Friday.
Every Friday consecutively now will be a new episode.
Do we know how many episodes are coming out?
No idea.
Ah, thank God.
No idea.
Hopefully
But
it's
they're
like-
already shooting season 2.
I know. I was like,
They started
"Oh."
shooting season 2 already.
Well, they
so-
shot.
wow.
I thought they was like it got approved. I didn't know.
No, I
they're
think
shooting
they're
it.
shooting it already. They're already
wait
shooting
here.
season 2.
Disney money.
At least
Yeah.
that's what, I think that's at least what John Favreau.
Favreau.
Sorry, my bad. Sorry, Favreau.
That's Happy from the Marvel movies. Iron Man's bodyguard person.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, he's the creator of the series.
Oh, okay.
Art director, whatever.
He's
it is.
okay.
No,
Happy,
he's
yeah.
he's like one of the creators, and then they worked with other like well-known
Really?
creators with like Dave Filoni. He did a lot of work for like Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels were like his brainchild.
Okay, cool.
All right, so let's jump on into it. We're gonna Star Wars watch episode. The first one's like 40 minutes long.
Yep, it's the longest one so far.
Damn.
The
So-
second one is only 30 minutes.
There will be a timer up
is
on
that,
the
is
screen.
that what they're like typically going to be? Is
I
like
think
a
they're going to
40
be between
to, like, a
30 to
32?
50. I think. I feel
Oh,
like
okay.
it's
Really?
gonna
Okay.
Be.
The
I'm
second
not
one
quite
was-
sure.
You said the second one was 30 minutes.
33 minutes. So it'll probably be between 30 and.
So
That's what I'm guessing.
I'm
Or
gonna
that's
give
what
down
they're
a
shooting.
countdown. I already have Disney. I already have the show loaded up. I brought it all the way back to 0. I'm gonna hit play on the count of 3, and then start the timer. You can watch your timer match ours.
And my mind's going to be
Oh,
blown.
yeah. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Or you
This
can
is
just
actually.
sync it up to... Oh,
And they
don't
want to
see
do that.
yeah.
Just make sure it's turned down enough where the mics don't pick it up. Right in front of me.
Oh,
Fridge.
this is
You move your water bottle.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'll just put it down over here.
Spills. No.
No, not the N64.
Oh, well, that's actually valuable.
So I written down some questions for Brandon. We'll try to go through it. It's a 40-minute episode. So Brandon, tell me what the description of the story is. After fall of the Empire, a lone gunfighter makes his way through the lawless galaxy. As far as we know right now.
Yep. Okay, what's your question?
What is the Mandalorian? Pretty much. Who is he?
Who is he? He's a bounty hunter.
Okay.
Who's going around, who gets tasked with a special bounty that we'll find out in this episode.
What? Yeah. So. Yeah. I turn on subtitles so we can see it, but some of them are. I've been watching it with subtitles, just so I could sometimes understand what they're saying. Because I've not watched it at home. I watched it at work. just like, shh.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
Shh! Don't let anybody know.
So this takes place in what timeline of Star Wars?
So I believe this is shortly after the Empire falls, and the Republic doesn't really have a grip on the New Republic doesn't have a grip on the world as much, so it's a bit more lawless. And so the Mandalorian is just a bounty hunter who works and does his stuff. He hunts bounties.
What? And it's for him, his personal stuff, right? Like, he doesn't work for anything. He works for himself.
Well, he works for a guild.
Yeah, you'll see that later on. There's a guild. What makes how can you get in the guild? You have to be born into it.
I have no idea. I feel like a guild is mainly dope.
He didn't fire first, sir.
No, he didn't. How do you get into one? I think you can join one, like as a just join one.
Well, because they say in later on, you'll see it's not really a spoiler, but it says his armor and his guns is part of his religion. And like they talk about generations before him, so on and so forth, that do this and that. Nice. I like everyone's thinking about these little pucks, like to call no puck on this one.
Yeah, no puck. Dang it. Is that me? Like this was okay. Not gonna lie, this he was kind of funny. He's just like, hey, whoa, man. I don't know, man. What was I gonna say? Oh, you're asking like what does he mean by his religion?
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of backstory with what a Mandalorian is.
Yep.
Is like. I would equate them to...
Because it's called Mandalorian armor, right?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. What am I trying to say? Mandalorians, how I would equate them is like... They're like samurai warrior clans.
Okay. Is the Mandalorian itself...
So there's a planet called Mandalore.
Okay.
And Mandalorians are people who have been, or they have a rich history of, they're basically some of the best warriors in the galaxy.
Okay.
They've been.
To be a Mandalorian. So there's
there's
He's a Mandalorian, but he's also be a bounty hunter. Is that what it is? Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what he does. And he. Well, I guess I'm trying to still figure out exactly how Mandalorian stuff fits in, as you'll see later.
I hope they
I think so. You'll see later what I'm talking about. But
this guy looks like one of my customers at work, and he's really funny.
I was gonna say I've seen this guy before.
Really goofy too. He's just like goofy all around.
But yeah, so in order to become a Mandalorian, anybody can really become a Mandalorian. You just have to prove your worth, basically.
Okay.
So they have like a rich history of being warriors, and they actually fought an entire war. And this is based off the expanded universe. They fought an entire war against the Republic and the Jedi Order, and they almost won, basically. Well, I guess it was against the Republic, and it wasn't until the Jedi Order stepped in that they really where they were losing, basically.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they're really strong, powerful. Like, as they were talking, a Mandalorian can basically be its own military unit.
Okay.
They bring enough firepower. Like, a fully equipped one can bring enough firepower to fight a group of people.
And we don't know any backstory about this guy. He is a Mandalorian. That's what we know so far. He could be, as what the title says, he's a lone wolf, so he might be left his quote-unquote family or something like that. But we do see him get along with, spoiler for James, anyway, watching, get along with other bounty hunters. He seems like more of a lawless type at the time.
It's a walrus.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a monster walrus.
It's a giant freaking walrus.
I just realized that.
This guy's so funny.
Yeah.
Me.
I was gonna say, but yeah, so he basically just lives like a Mandalorian does.
Take this bounty for.
Not all Mandalorians are bounty hunters.
Yeah,
it's
so,
just that
yeah.
they're like this guy is just a part of it, and
Yeah, because it's a giant walrus.
it's like a walrus,
Hippo.
like hippo
Dinosaur.
alligator. Yeah, walrus hippo alligator. That's what we'll call him, anyways. Hope
we said walrus hippo alligator again.
A wall hip alligator.
Wall
A wall
hippigator.
hippigator. There we go. Perfect.
Hello.
It's a wall hippigator.
Wow.
Okay. You know the wall
I'm
hippigators.
done. I'm gonna leave, guys. See you later.
I thought the line is, I'll be here all week.
Nope, I'm leaving.
Pesky wall hippigators.
That was damn wall hippigators again. They're
Damn
brain. They bashed through my house the second time this week. Okay. Anyways, you got another question for me?
Yeah.
This is what happens when we watch stuff. I get so lost
No, it's
and
fine.
enthralled into it.
We said when this takes place, and we said so. This is movie-wise. It's between
6 and 7.
6 and 7.
Yep.
Oh, I thought
Episode 6 and episode 7.
I read something. Oh, hold on. Maybe I'm thinking of the games. That's what I must be thinking of.
It's
Because I took a picture of something online.
So it's after Darth Vader dies, but before.
so
they
the
found-
Empire is
There it is.
technically no longer.
Okay.
Where is it?
Return
Here.
of Jedi.
Yep, it's like right after Return of the Jedi.
Gotcha.
Because like I said, the Empire is gone. Well, it's not gone, but
But it's
like
crumbling.
it's dead basically. They're and the New Republic is basically in control of everything. Not of everything, but it's like they're the leaders of the galaxy again. But of course, they don't have that big of a hand in power yet.
Yeah.
Right, because it's new and it's. But
They're not the. It's called Resistance, right? In the new ones. They're
Yep.
called Resistance.
Yep, they're called the Resistance.
Which is kind of funny because you think Resistance, you think facing them like you think rebels almost.
Yeah, they're basically that's kind of what they are. The Resistance is supposed to be the new Rebel Alliance, right? In the newer episodes, they're supposed to be the Rebel Alliance.
You think Captain E was going to the bathroom? You know, he's like sneaking around.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But
For people that don't know, and if you don't know this, I'm sorry. What is a bounty hunter?
bounty hunter is somebody who. Oh yeah.
What is a bounty hunter?
Bounty hunter, they're people who, if somebody has a bounty on their head, so
Yep.
if like somebody wants to pay something for them, they will go out and search for this for them.
And they can go to their guild. It's just like any other hitman type movie,
Yeah.
but with the Star Wars aesthetic to it. Carbonite flat throwback. Hey, oh.
He also says something about Life Day,
Did he really?
which is from the holiday special that everybody hated.
Really? I didn't hear that.
Yeah. He's like, I want to get home to my family, around Life Day.
Life Day. I don't even know that. That's
It's
funny.
like it's supposed to be like Christmas. I don't know. Oh, it's just the galaxy-wide Christmas. And this. Hey
Life
everybody!
Day.
Hey everybody!
Everyone needs
Happy
to
Life
buy-
Day!
yeah.
Merry Life Day!
Merry Life Day. Merry Life Day to you, sir.
Merry Life Day to you, sir, and to you, sir.
To you as well.
Speaking alien language. We're watching with subtitles on. Sometimes it's funny. Like, door opens. Squeaky noise.
Flesh squelches.
Speaking alien language.
Growl softly. Well, if you just heard that, you could just imagine like.
Okay, Brandon, now who's this guy?
I think he's the leader of the guild. This guy.
Yeah.
He's Chubbs from Happy Gilmore.
That's it. I'm like, he looks
yeah,
familiar.
he's Chubbs from Happy Gilmore.
Hey, he has both hands.
Oh yeah, he's got both hands in this one. He doesn't have anything else. Oh, I love that. In English. It said in English, not in like alien language. What was I
So
saying?
the reason that's Empire just went down and they're still using the credits.
Yeah, because they're still technically legal tender.
Yeah, but he didn't want them.
No, because it's better to have like New Republic
God,
credits.
just imagine going from planet to planet and not having like, God damn it, I didn't get fucking change for the difference. Damn it.
Just
Well-
like probably going from like Canada to U.S.
Yeah.
or
But they actually like a lot of places will accept like so he
You guys
took
accept Visa?
yeah. Do you accept a MasterCard?
Because like, it's all. And these are
Uh,
those pucks. It's like this is
yeah.
like, and it.
oh, so that,
So wait,
that
this
tells
is
you
like
your
this.
bounty.
Yeah.
I think it's like so the hand of something. What's the other thing? The little
It's a tracking
tracker,
probe.
which doesn't look like a tracker at all. It just looks like looks like a piece of metal and it's got two wires hanging out of it.
Boop. It just makes a noise.
like-
You just click the button. It goes boop, boop,
Like
boop,
he must be here.
and then it goes boop, 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 boop.
The heartbeat sensor of MW2.
Oh yeah. But clicks tongue. These subtitles, man.
Let's see. Luck. No buck.
Face to face. Yeah. So this is basically where he gets the main contract that
Oh,
will
okay,
dictate the
that-
rest of the season, basically. I think.
You
Okay.
think? You really think it's gonna take the rest of the season?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because without giving anything away, it's really become like a.
Han Solo, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here, sir?
There's like.
Hey, Greedo, wait.
Do we know this guy's? James almost spit. Do we know his name?
No, but the guy who plays him, Pedro Pascal, in an interview said his name on accident.
Oh.
But then he was like, well, no, because he started saying his real name, and then once he realized, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be saying his real name, he kind of went, like, he just kind of, like, trailed off.
Just sat there silently afterwards.
Yeah. So people just consider, just call him Mando or the Mandalorian or whatever.
Oh, that's right, because I heard Mando. Yep, and that
Mhm.
makes so much sense now.
Yeah. Because he doesn't have a name yet. He's not given a name here.
Here's the bounty hunter guild that they're in.
No.
No?
No,
Isn't
this
it
is
what-
the contract. He's going to get the contract. Remember, the puck. Remember, he said it's a face-to-face meeting. This is the face-to-face meeting.
Oh, then that's after this. Then
So this is actually to accept the
He's getting the bounty that he was
that's right.
told.
about.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, indeed.
Dun, 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 dun.
But yeah,
I like.
yeah. So Grief Karga is the guy's name before.
'Kay.
I believe so.
Okay, so to humor me.
Yeah.
I
will.
Boba Fett and
Du-du-tsh.
Jango Fett have that type of helmet design, correct?
Yeah.
That's just the man.
It's Mandalorian armor. I think in canon they are not actually Mandalorians. They just took. They just got the armor. But they might. Well,
Those
I
two?
think they are Mandalorians actually. They're not like Mandalorians by blood. They're Mandalorians by
Joining.
like
Mhm.
bond.
Volunteer.
Yeah.
I volunteer as tribute.
And the other one, and then Django cheats because he's a clone. That kid.
And that's where Boba comes in.
So
Bob A. Feet.
are there
Was there a Bob?
are there clones that have that type of, or at least that like face style of helmet?
So, clone armor is based off of Mandalorian.
All right, that's
Yeah,
It
clone
doesn't
armor.
do shit because you get shot and you're dead. Like everyone dies from a one.
well. That's
Well,
like
see,
what
that's
I've
what
heard
they
about,
make
like, the
though. Yeah,
The Mandalorian armor is blaster.
so this is
resistant.
it's called Beskar.
you'll learn it
Okay.
right here.
You'll talk about Beskar
right here
Yeah.
actually, which is actually freaking. Because I was like, what? I didn't understand. Like it's just a chunk of like I thought it was like a hard drive or something like that.
Okay, yeah, because I was just looking
no,
through the internet. and I saw
Beskar.
that.
Beskar metal is what Mandalorian armor is made out of, and it's super strong. It's like.
But
It's blaster resistant, and in some cases it can be lightsaber resistant too.
Yeah, certain like
If it's
not- it's not-
blended
if
the
it-
right way, yeah.
yeah, and certain attacks of a lightsaber it can.
Oh yeah, it'll deflect
Defend.
it. Yep, it'll deflect it.
it's defective.
It's deflective. I just made up a joke in my head, but now I can't say it because I lost it. Like, I just had a funny moment in my head. And I was
And it was
You're
there
like,
and
that shield is deflective. Does he?
What happened?
Like, does he mean defective or deflective? What's he talking about? Is he okay?
Just deflect from the question.
Did he have a stroke?
Anyone else
Yeah.
got burnt toast?
So I want to know, Brandon.
Mhm.
They give him, say, 2 numbers. Chain code. What are the other?
What?
The 4.
So I wonder if that's more like a social security.
Well,
No, I don't know what a chain code is.
So I know, because he said last 4. So I don't. They talked about it before. The 4 digits meant it was. Said it was 50 years old. So that somehow makes 50 years old. Don't ask me why. Maybe I bet you it's like.
It has.
I bet it's got to change it because it's his age. Or no, it could be when he was
like
born.
height.
It could be a
birth.
born. I bet you it's
Year
his
of birth.
raise. I don't know. Don't ask me. But it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's probably race, name,
Birthday.
birth, whatever. Yeah. All the
You can,
specs.
you can only provide me his age. I'm like, oh, wait, how'd you get 4 digits since I say it's 50?
Well, I'm sure it says like
1990, whatever. Something
Yeah, or
versus-
whatever.
No, those little annoying little fuckers.
no.
The blaster cannon when you need one.
Oof.
Those guys are annoying.
They are the chickens of the universe of the Star Wars.
So you guys have from now until when is Star Wars comes out? Like the 20th. 20th. That was like the 22nd or something. Or 21st. I don't know.
Yeah, 20th because we're going. Or no, it comes out on the 19th. No, 20th because we're going the 20th, right? Is that a
I didn't buy the tickets. I can't remember.
You and I bought 10 tickets.
a piece?
10
Bought him a
tickets.
piece. Okay, so now this is his guild.
Yeah, and I was like kind of confused. Like, wait, these other people are wearing the same thing.
Yeah.
So
So they're all
the
like
20th.
this is his clan
Mhm.
basically, or an outpost of his clan or whatever. And that's that's like their
That's the
crest.
That's the clans or the Mandalorian.
I think each Mandalorian has a little bit different crest,
Okay.
and so I think that's this particular one's crest.
Okay. Because where do we see
But I
that?
could be wrong because you've seen them
before.
before, yeah. And I don't know if it's just one universal one. I don't know this one for sure, but if it's just one universal one or if it's just the clan that he's a part of.
Montage time. Let's time to decorate.
Accessorize.
Which amazes me. They turned this little tiny bar into a plate of armor.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I like the blacksmith's helmet because it's very reminiscent of like a Spartan helmet.
Yeah, that's right.
It's really cool actually. Yeah, right.
Do you notice that?
Mm-hmm. It's dope. As dope. Oh yeah. Yeah, so she talks about tribe and stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What's signet? Name?
I think so.
Logo?
Yeah, name or logo. one or
My
the other.
brand. Bro, what's up with my brand? It's not released yet, bro.
Man, it's crazy.
He's like doing a clothesline. Like, this is my brand.
He's just like, hey, what's up, guys? It's the Mandalorian.
So they have. I say it's high tech. They have the power to use lasers and whatever shit like that. But then they're him using his scope is awful. Like his scope on his gun.
It's really funny because they are technologically advanced, but
They're like that. Like look at that.
Yeah.
Like they have holograms and shit, and then his like scope's like.
so they're technologically advanced, but they like to keep with the times of the 1970s and 80s when the original Star Wars was made.
Yeah. with
So
all
they
the
used
stuff.
whatever was at the time then, and they're like, well, this is the highest technology we got. So, I don't know. It's really funny. It's
Clanking
really-
noises, gunfire, family members
Lasers.
dead,
People killing, people
Explosions.
dying.
people killing, people dying, children hurt and hear them cry.
That's what's going on in his head is playing through his helmet. He's just like he's softly singing to himself because it's like people killing, people dying.
That's funny in my head.
So right now he.
So that's what that little bar made.
Yeah, I was just kind of like.
Well, I'm sure it was like there was probably more that she added into it, but
still, that's really funny. It's actually not like paper thin though. So
whoop whoop.
Like, have you seen like you take a big piece of the thick piece of paper or really thin steel, you go like this.
Shot glass, sheet metal.
This makes funny noises.
Had a shop teacher who's like, anyone does that, you are out of the class.
And you are done.
Did it say the planet?
No. Well, yeah, they do at the beginning, I think.
I missed it. Damn it.
Either that. Yeah, I think they do. I forget what planet he's on, but
so what's funny is we don't know how much of his armor. I assume all of his armor and his head is that Beskar steel.
That was gonna be the question I was gonna ask. Was like, how much? And
well,
then is he
see,
like,
there's a little.
That's the tracking probe.
Like,
probe.
Was he here?
Well, let's see. He's on the other side of the planet.
It just
everywhere I look, it says sounds the exact same.
He must not be on this planet then. See, this is you see him aim.
His gun is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, his gun is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fucking long too.
And his blasters too.
Okay, I have an issue with these creatures. What the hell are these little creatures? It's kind of weird.
Nub nub. We call him nub nub.
Well, it's just face and legs and then tail, obviously. But...
Oh yeah, so like a flamethrower is a big thing in like a Mandalorian. There was this video that I watched and was talking about like what would have happened with what would have the Clone Wars been like had Mandalorians been in charge of the Grand Army of the Republic instead of the Jedi, and they were like, yeah. The guy was like, yeah, the Clone Wars would have been over in a matter of months had the Mandalorians been in charge. Just because like they carry so much stuff to fight with.
I think they're trained a lot better. The clones. Yeah, see this.
Well, the clones were trained by Mandalorians, so.
So as somebody like, I don't think that's his. I don't think that's made out of the Beskar steel because this gets fucked up, and it stays that way, which is kind of cool. Like they keep it fucked up.
Continuity, yeah.
Yeah.
It's made out of probably the same material the clone armor is made out of.
Shit.
Well, no, and it's supposed to be like the best. Like it's supposed to be good armor.
I know, but they just get.
But they show in like the movie. In the movies, they have to show people dying. But like in real life, people talk about how if you go into the expanded universe, their armor is actually decent.
Stormtrooper syndrome.
Yeah.
miss. Ah.
Same with Stormtrooper armor. It's supposed to be like super nice.
So here's the wise old one that comes in and helps. I forget his name.
Do you know who Nick Nolte is?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Is that Nick Nolte?
Yeah, the guy who's playing him. That's not his name, though.
What's up, Nick?
What's up, man? I forget his name too. I don't. Does he ever say it?
I think
the Blurg. That's what they're called.
Oh, the creatures are called Blurg. I was kind of like Blurg. Like that's so dumb.
And his species. Okay, here, full nerd time. His species is called an Ugnaught.
Okay, he looks like an Ugnaught.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is the cowboy movie where he has to train and get there.
That's what I was gonna say before. I remember now. This is like a stereotypical like it follows a Western feel. Like that's kind of what it feels like. And based off of like everything that happens, that's why I think this whole
shut the fuck up, fish face.
That's why I think this whole bounty that he is working with right now is what's going to be the main storyline for the season. Did you watch episode 2?
It's just only head.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, like we need these creatures to pass. It's like they're all they are is head. They're just head.
Their body. Their body, basically.
Yeah.
Head,
face,
size of a T-Rex.
body.
It's a tail.
Little arms.
Your ancestors were mythosaurs.
Yes.
What's a mythosaur?
It's a battle droid.
Oh.
Like it's like a really like I could look it up and I would know exactly what it is. I'm gonna look it up because I need to make sure that I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, Brandon. You're our Star Wars pro in here.
Okay, if I could spell myth right.
And then, see where you're even watching it. It says the Mandalorian. It says this.
Yeah.
Oh no, a mythosaur is just a big dragon. Really, like look at this thing. It's just a dragon.
So it's like that, but with a full body behind it.
Yahoo News popped up. I was gonna click on it.
What was it?
I don't know.
You just clicked on it. I didn't get to see what it was.
It's like, ooh, let me look at that. Click.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But yeah, so
oh my God,
The
he's
giant
doing it.
beast.
He's blur racing.
He's blur racing.
Jeez.
He's doing it.
And at first, I was like, these things are so fucking slow.
Yeah.
But then it gets a little faster.
Yeah. Now
It's
it's
like, yes, son.
riding montage. Boop 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 boop.
I
Run,
feel like
jump.
that'd be very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Oh,
right
yeah.
in the nuts.
Every time, and these things just hop. They're just like.
There's no legs.
Just
so
look at
there's-
these things. Just boop. Boop. They have like the shortest like jump.
They look like piranhas, just
They are. That's what they are. They're piranhas. That's what
they're
they
just
are.
with legs, legs and
And they added like a
Question,
half chub T-Rex
what
tail.
the fuck do these things eat? Because like you develop things that help you survive. They're not develop. They're not eating with their hands. What are they doing? They're just like
Do you
fucking-
see this?
They
Like their
burrow their
mouth.
face. I'm sure they burrow their face into the ground and just eat whatever the hell's in the ground.
No, that's right
Not
there.
yet.
I forget his name. And they say it too.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw it somewhere.
Wise old man with old face.
I'm gonna look it up. He is. Whoops. No, come on. I'm gonna look up Nick Nolte.
Echo, what is Nick Nolte's character in The Mandalorian? See if it tells me.
Here's something I found on Reuters.
Nope.
The Mandalorian creator Jon Favreau and cast members debuted the Star Wars series on Wednesday.
Nope.
as a
Echo, stop.
event for fans and
Thanks.
promised more
Stop.
surprises following the release
Stop.
of an unexpected
Echo, stop.
in the first
Sorry.
Just keeps on going. No,
I have spoken.
don't do it.
His name is Kuiil. Kuiil.
I think I've seen that before. I could be wrong.
What happened to his big old blaster
They're there. Oh, the blaster. He's
rifle?
not holding on to it.
No, he doesn't have it. Here's his binoculars.
Yeah, that's a scope off his
It's
gun.
a scope off the gun.
Which is weird because you can watch it. Look where he puts it. He puts it over here. You know,
but
whatever.
when he had his gun, it was like there, the center of his face.
No, just wait. It gets even better. So you put it over there. Now it's in the center.
The continuity. That's just a
Now it's in
continuity.
the dead center. He's just like
It's just
because he was like here.
continuity.
So he was like here. And he was like, yeah, there you go.
Well, I think it's because like the visor helps. Oh yeah, this thing.
Which is, I'm guessing there's multiple of these guys.
Yes.
Because he's on the cover of the game or
Yeah.
the game, the season.
There are multiple. They're bounty hunter droids. That's
Yes.
what they're called. Watch this thing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's just dope.
Asshole.
Just like his eyes are just everywhere. He spins around.
It's like, huh? I must have won. They are retreating. Dun, 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 dun.
Mhm. Just block. It's
You are
cool.
part of the guild.
What?
Oh fuck.
See, I think the funny part about droids, why droids are always funny, is because they don't have emotion.
There's no
right?
and there's no sarcasm.
And there's no sense of sarcasm or anything, so they're very blunt about everything. And that's why they're always like
This is
the
true.
comedic relief characters.
That's why.
Obsession.
That's why I liked about
we split the reward.
like Rogue
This
is
is acceptable. Yeah, Rogue
Rogue
One.
One, like-
K2SO is a really good example of why droids are super funny.
But yet he wanted to live.
Yeah, so he had a little bit of malfunction, but like,
Yeah.
right, he doesn't really care.
he's like, our odds of surviving this one are something do something.
Yeah.
Did you know that wasn't me when you shot it?
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
He's just everywhere. Pew, 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 pew.
How does he not just do like 360?
Just watch him the whole time. He's really cool. If you're watching along, he's just like walking, just like boo 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 boo.
No one saw
Pistol
this guy.
whip.
He's just like he's a one-man army. Just do.
He's in there. Affirmative.
Going for.
Ah. That guy didn't get hit. What are you talking about? These guys are just jumping off for fun.
Yeah. This is lame.
Jeez.
He is holding the gun like this. It's just boom. And then, of course.
I'd be really funny. It's like, how many did you hit? I killed you. I killed more. Or something like that. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
they've got like a Gimli and Legolas thing. 22, 23, 24. Just he's counting.
Yeah, and he's like,
Self-destruct
there's-
activated. Not self-destructing. Got it.
I have an order not to self-destruct. Cool.
Yeah, it's actually really fun. Like, it's funny.
My brain's not.
The show.
There's a lot of guys in this little base.
Oh yeah, they just hide out and they're coming out.
But you don't see any of the bodies laying around. You just see.
Yeah, you got so many people.
No, it's just us watching it.
No. Yeah, now it's
You have to be
now
watching
it's
the show
silent.
with us,
Yeah,
otherwise
I'm sorry.
we're-
See, this is why I have a hard time watching stuff on podcasts.
We'll just do one.
because-
See, look how so this
Yeah,
is
no, just one episode.
This is entering from the front or from the front of the base.
Yeah.
Watch where it ends up. He's like,
Do not self-destruct.
he's like initiating self-destruct again.
beep beep.
Okay.
He's got the self-destruct thing back on. He's like, well, screw it, I'm done.
No, stop it.
Acceptable. He's just like sprinting.
Ew. Oh, cool.
Yeet.
See, look, he must have been running the whole time because that's right in front of him now. It's just die. Oh, look, I magically killed the rest of them.
Yeah. Amazing.
360.
Yeah, talk about 360 no scope.
I want to do on a Call of Duty next time. I want to do a 360 with a machine gun. Let's turn the entire time. We get a little bit off topic with Call of Duty. There's you actually on PC. You take stuns hit you way harder on PC than they do
Yes.
console.
Just
Really?
yeah.
What bullshit, dude?
It's probably because you have better aim.
Well, yeah, that's the
Right?
thing. Like, you
That's-
can change
that's what
your
it
DPI
is.
to like 16,000
Oh,
on my mouse. Be
God.
like,
It's because
oh,
you
look.
have the better ability to aim particularly.
I know, but you can't
at
aim.
somebody.
There's no chance you winning at all. If you're like this and you get flash from your side, like if you're not aiming at that corner, you're dead. You know,
No, you're still dead. It doesn't matter. Like,
this
They had the wise idea of using the big gun to open the big door.
boom. That's so funny.
I would laugh if they had just another big gun in there. Like, what up?
So,
Phew. He shot first.
Han shot first.
Anyone else?
The robot is definitely made with 1970s, 80s technology. He's like, I am walking slow.
We're up on the end of the episode.
Yep, we're almost done.
Oh,
Dun, dun,
that's
dun,
not
dun,
fake,
dun,
sorry.
dun. Oh wait.
Ba.
What'd you say?
Baby Java.
Baby Java.
Baby Java.
He's dead.
Yeah, he.
What is that? Yeah. It's
Here
a.
it is. It's
It's
Yoda. It's
Oh
yes,
my god!
it's a baby Yoda. Bum
a-
bum bum. Spoiler alert, baby baby.
It's whatever Yoda's species is. What is
Which doesn't have a name.
Really? Oh,
No.
I was gonna ask you that.
No, that's why they're calling it Baby Yoda.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
Because it doesn't have a name.
Put the gun down, droid.
Yeah, because they said delivered. They just said delivered dead, but now he's like he killed it because he has a heart. Aww.
Aww. And then
Turns out he likes Mandalorian fingers.
It's
See a
fucking-
giant, a
fucking-
giant.
Well,
just,
okay, and here's the reason why I think he originally doesn't want to kill it. It's because he
so-
sees himself in it, right? Like, he's
Wait a
like,
minute. You see yourself in Green Little People, Brandon?
No. Listen. Like,
do.
you remember during that montage? Where he was like, it was showing his family running and like all these people were dying and
Oh,
then
yeah,
they
so
threw him
you-
away. He sees himself at like that was
he
him.
saw
innocent?
the same-
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like, that was me, right? I whacked my.
I dare you.
I know. How dare I? But yeah, so like he he saw himself at
Or,
the
yeah,
baby.
he's like he doesn't want that to happen. to
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Do they so how long Star Wars been out? Since the 70s?
Yeah.
They don't have a species for Yoda?
No, because I don't think they were thinking that Yoda was gonna be like that big of like a thing. Because like if you think about it, he's only in episode 5 and episode 6 for like a little bit in the
Yeah.
original thing, and then all of a sudden they started expanding, and then the only
like-
other person that was like Yoda was Yaddle. And she was a Jedi Master on the Jedi Council, like
yeah.
Yoda
Oh.
was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And they're the only two like known people or in canon of their species.
Okay.
Is Yaddle and Yoda. I don't know why. So that's why when it showed the baby, everybody was like,
Since it's Baby Yoda, we're gonna call it Yodi.
Oh my god. We're gonna call it Yodi.
Yes.
No, we'll call it Yodel. Mixture of Yoda and Yaddle. Yodel.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh
It's a new species.
So,
Yodi.
but anyways, yeah, that's kind of what the second episode is good too. But that's what it's like. It's getting to that Western genre of like lone gunman
Yeah.
is a loner, and then he has
He's
to take care of somebody who can't take care of themselves. You know, that's why. That's why it's like. I mean, it's cool. Like the concept is cool, and the episode's good. Second episode was good too.
I have some questions on the second episode. I won't question it.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Until we get to see it, or James can see it,
Mm-hmm.
or the audience can see it. It's out, so you can go watch it.
Disney Plus every Friday.
Boop boop. Disney.
It's not sponsored. We're not sponsored. Although, just
We can watch the second episode if you want.
No.
How long is the second one? Is it 40
it's 30 minutes.
Really? I thought it was longer than that.
No, it's 30 minutes. I watched it yesterday.
So we should
morning.
watch it then.
But I want to talk about other things.
Oh, you want to talk about?
I don't know. Don't you have any other questions?
The questions lead for the next one.
Oh, well, I'm like, don't you want to talk about other Star Wars stuff or
Well,
other things?
I was gonna do another podcast for that. Sorry, I didn't tell you that. I was gonna do another podcast for the game.
I thought one whole thing was.
Well, we had two episodes and a game to talk about. I was like, okay, none of us have. You've played the game a little bit. I've played the game a little bit. I know nothing about the story.
I'm a little bit further than you are.
yeah,
That's
like,
about it. Like, okay, because here was my plan. Yesterday, after I was done doing field work, corn and stuff, working, I was gonna go home and play, right? Because it
Yeah.
was supposed to be done by like 5. I didn't get
It
home
didn't
till 11. We started at 9 a.m.
Yep.
Oh, the combine broke down twice.
Hey, at least it wasn't 3
Twice. Twice, and the second time the guy was like, "Yeah, it's gonna take an hour to fix." Well, no, the first time it took 3 hours to fix.
Oh
God.
god.
And then the second time it took like an hour and a half, and we're just like, "Oh my god!"
That's where you pull out your phone and you watch Mandalorian.
I had watched it that morning already,
Oh,
and I
first-
thought about actually. I watched the first episode this
Friends
morning of
praying.
watching season 4 of Man in the High Castle. Great. I watched the
Friends-
first episode this morning.
Brandon's praying for xCloud to come out so he can play it on his phone. He's like, yeah, fuck corn. I'm playing Star
No,
Wars.
and I thought about watching it, but I was like, I didn't have enough time to like sit down and watch a full episode while I was waiting for Corn to come in, because I was the one running the augers and stuff, and I was just like,
Oh,
I'm like, and I'd sit there and I was like, oh my gosh, it's cold, and I'm like,
Headphones. Yeah.
well, and then a tractor would come in, and then another tractor would come in, and then I didn't have a break, and then all of a sudden
3 hours. Came
I
out.
had a break, and then I was like, oh, nice. Oh, 20 minutes later, oh, can't watch. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know.
That's half an episode.
if you want to watch it, all at
No,
once,
because Man in the High Castle,
Oh, Man in
their
the High Castle.
episodes,
I thought
yeah.
you were
That's like a 40.
No, I made sure I watched this episode at a
Oh,
time.
shit. Right away.
Yeah.
I didn't
So
wanna leave-
today, Man in the High Castle, the first episode was 58 minutes. The second one is an hour.
Oh.
And then the rest of them after that are between like 45, 50, 55, somewhere around 45 to 55, I think.
What is the Man in the High Castle for people that don't know?
Man in the High Castle is based off a book.
Okay, thanks.
Of the same, it's based off a book of the same name in which the Axis win World War II. And Japan and Nazi Germany split the United States into 3 sections. There's the Japanese-controlled West Coast, and then there is the Nazi-controlled like East Coast that goes like up to the Rocky Mountains or so.
Okay.
And then the stuff in between the Japanese part and the Nazi part is called the neutral zone. So it's like the remnants of America, but it's not like a unified government.
Is a story about like resistance? Is it
Yeah,
about,
so the Man in the High Castle is somebody who owns film showing other universes, particularly the one in which we live.
Universes?
So
Yes.
correct me if I'm wrong,
So,
but
wait.
how the Axis won World War II was because they found like a time machine where able to
No.
no?
No. I
Alright.
believe
So
them-
I know when Blake used to watch this, he said
Yes, and he's the one who got me into it.
It was about what you stated. Nazis winning World War II.
Yeah, that's
So on and so forth. I was like, okay, cool. I didn't ask him too much about that. Then I heard Matt talked about he said he used to watch it. He said I lost it after it was time travel. Like wait a minute. This
Yes, okay, so-
this
so-
was a hypothetical that probably could have happened to time travel.
yeah.
What are you
So what
talking
happened?
about?
So what happened is season 1 is the book.
Okay.
Okay, that's what it is. It goes through the entire book. You follow along with her name. The main character's name is Juliana Crane, and she's kind of the one who ends up meeting the Man in the High Castle. And the book ends with her meeting the Man in the High Castle,
Okay.
right? And and him showing the video.
Sweet.
The second season is about like resistance like people starting to resist things in other places. And
Is it about one specific person?
no,
or-
so you follow multiple different people.
Okay.
So there are the characters, like you follow Juliana Crane, who is like the main girl, right? And then there's a guy named Joe Blake who turns out, well, I'm not going to say much anymore. But then you follow like a guy, you follow the chief inspector of security forces for Japan, and you follow the trade minister of Japan. And then there's the a guy who was officer in the U.S. Army during World War II, but then when the Nazis take over, he becomes like an officer in the Nazi government.
Okay.
And so it's just kind of like you just go all throughout this other stuff. And so it's like season 2 is about her getting to know more with the Man in the High Castle, and people start resisting some things, and it kind of builds up whatever. And then season 3 is where it really starts diving into the whole time travel thing, because they're like, well, this is possible. These are videos from other universes is the concept.
Okay. How do
Right.
they come upon these videos about time traveling? It's just like
It's not time. It's like universe jumping.
Okay.
So it's universe
Alternate
jumping.
universes.
Yeah, they can jump between. And
Do they go looking for it, or do they just stumble upon it?
Some people can get into that mindset. Like some people have the ability to go to a different universe.
I do too. I daydream all the time.
But
I'm like,
see,
I'm not
the-
at work anymore.
No, but the
Jordan!
the thing is, you can't go into a universe in which another version of you exists. So your
fuck
version
that
of
guy.
you, so your version of you has to be dead or not exist in that universe anymore in order for you to go to it. Right?
Okay.
What if he's just already a nobody?
You exist still.
Damn.
You're still in that universe, so you can't jump to it. And so it talks about that and like a buildup of resistance and stuff. And then this season so far, and then in season 3, the Nazis start trying to do it. They call it Die Nebenwelt.
So you can't.
So like the new world, and it's their way. Their plan is to march their forces through like their alternate time portals and take over those universes too, so that the way the Reich lives on in every universe, right?
Okay. So you cannot. You can't mess with yourself in any shape or form if you're still in that. What does it take place in the same time? Are they together? You don't see like a younger version of yourself at all, or like?
Yeah, so they're kind of like at the same point,
Okay.
right? So
That'd be
like,
lame.
so like,
Avengers had it way better.
and this isn't really a spoiler because if you saw the trailers for season 4, you would have noticed Juliana. She can travel between alternate timelines.
Yes.
Or between
Sure.
whatever dimensions, and she
Not gonna play it. Go ahead.
Yeah. And she goes to a timeline in which like it's all going on at the same time. It's set in the 60s.
You stupid thing.
It's set in the 60s. And the thing is, it's she runs into the guy, the army officer who became a Nazi officer. She runs into that guy and she knows him in the other world, but in the world where the US won, and she like freaks out because she's like, ah, oh my god. Like, what are you doing here? Like, you're gonna kill me, but he's not, whatever. So here. This is how they win. The series' main setting is a parallel universe where the Axis powers have won World War II after Giuseppe Vangara was an Italian immigrant who, in our timeline, attempted to assassinate FDR.
Oh, yeah.
In this timeline, he is successful.
Oh, okay.
Okay, which creates a series of developments that include the Germans dropping an atom bomb on Washington, D.C. So basically, with the death of FDR's decisions during the war don't happen because somebody else takes over, right? And they're not as, like, attuned to everything as FDR was. And so it leads to the Nazis using their atomic weapons that they actually were developing in our timeline. Developed them before the U.S. could actually develop them, and they utilized their technology more, and they were able to conquer the world, basically.
Dun, dun, dun.
And so season 4 started off really well, I think.
You watched one episode so far?
I watched the first episode. That's all I had time for.
Where do you find these episodes?
Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It's an Amazon Prime show.
Do they bulk release them or one at a time?
Yep, bulk release. And there's only 10 episodes a season. So you can easily binge it. You could easily binge it. Yeah, no. When season 3 came out, I took a whole day to watch it. And I just watched it.
So Jack Ryan, I watched the first season of that, and did that in a weekend. And then the season 2 came out last weekend or
yeah, I think so.
Something like that. Yeah, watched that last weekend. Not good.
I feel like in that when you release it that way, there's not much discussion because for something like this, if you can get people watching it, it's great because like, oh, do you have been watching the episodes? Yeah, and it's like, cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they know. When you ask me, it's like, hey, we watched the episodes that came out in season 2. Oh, dude, you have to wait to season 8 or episode 8.
Yeah.
It's like, no, don't say that.
or even it's not even. It leads to discussion of like, oh, what do you think is going to happen next? It's like it's not seasons, it's not weeks. So it's like, oh, what do you think are going to happen? Like
next season. Dude,
Game of Thrones.
I haven't seen the first season.
Well, see, okay, I think if you're gonna release in bulk, and you want to do it, make this show only a couple seasons, and have very minimal episodes. Man in the High Castle, I think, is really nice because most seasons are only like 10 episodes, and there's only 4 of them. Like this fourth one is the last one they're gonna make. It's the final season.
Oh,
so
someone's gonna die.
People have already died.
More people are gonna die.
They opened the series, and I was like, what? Why? Like, because they had a character die already, and I was like, why?
This doesn't make any sense.
But yeah, I was just like, why?
Well,
I
you're
love
not
that
a main
character.
character.
I mean, it makes sense though as to why they killed off that character. So.
Spoiler, Brandon. Now I'm
not
gonna
gonna say anything
ruin it for me because I'm never gonna watch it.
Yeah, I know. You're not gonna watch it anymore. Now we can talk about whatever else you wanted to talk about. I just need to get that off.
I was gonna talk about Star Wars stuff, Brandon.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay. I should have. You had more stuff to talk about Man in the High Castle than Star Wars.
Well, yeah, because we watched it and we watched it.
James hasn't seen
How am I supposed to pay attention? How am I supposed to talk about anything if
There's
we're
only
watching
been 2
episode?
episodes.
That's what I'm saying. And I want to try the watch along.
Okay, all right, understandable. But now you can ask me other questions or talk about other things.
Brandon, what do you think is gonna happen to Mandalorian? Pauses. Thanks.
It was like,
What
do I
happened
need to
episode
spoil it? I'm like, can I spoil it? Can I not spoil it?
And James can go in the other room for 30 minutes, and we can just talk about it. James
Wow.
goes like
30 minutes.
No, okay. Here's my take.
He wins.
He's not gonna give up that baby.
I think he's gonna lose the baby.
You think he's gonna lose the baby?
I think the
No, I think he's
Not
gonna.
Yodi.
I think he's gonna give the baby to who needs the baby, not the people that he got, not the people he got the bounty from. But I think he's gonna give the baby to like a certain group.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything else.
See, that's why I want to have James watch it so we can talk about it.
Cause yeah, I mean like episode 2, you definitely learn more about the baby. You definitely learn more about the baby.
Oh damn!
The baby starts moving blaster bolts. Oh, it's already good in the Force. Oh.
Yep. Right.
Baby likes to eat frogs or something.
Yeah. Right. Baby likes to move shit with his hands. Who knows?
That fucking pod.
Yeah,
can
little
move.
do you know, baby's got 4 arms and he's got 4 lightsabers on each one.
Alright,
Hey, he's green. He just starts coughing.
Grievous too. He's 50 years old. What? So do we have any information about his species, as in like?
Well, I mean, they can live a long time.
Yeah, Yoda was like.
So Yoda was 900 when he died.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah,
like
he was
4, okay.
he was 900 years old when he died.
So
He was a He was a Jedi master at the age of 100. That baby is 50.
okay.
Wait, that baby actually has an age of 50?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what he
that's
said.
what-
It's at 50 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yoda's species
So
age is a very long
We
time.
can maybe equivalent. Wait, did Yoda die of old? He died.
He died of old age.
Okay.
Mhm.
So we can probably
Most.
compare 900 to 90, roughly. So that kid's almost. That kid's like.
Yep.
That kid's like half.
5.
The kid's 5 right now. But so like, okay. The kid's 5, but he's also like 50. It's really weird. Okay.
Wait. So hold on a second. I got another question for you.
In Yoda years.
In Yoda
he's
years,
5.
he's 5, but like he's
In-
actually like, but he's also like maturity level. He's kind of like
It's Yoda years.
Banana.
Get it right.
Yoda years. Yeet years. Just call him Yeets. Sorry. Okay, I'm done. I'm out. Okay.
We equivalent years to going around the Earth. How does Star Wars do that? Like, around the sun-
Rotations of your galaxy. Right? Because they're in a
In relation to
galaxy.
Life Day. I don't know. I haven't really. I think so. I bet you that's why they call it Life Day. It's like Life Day is their like New Year, and so every time it gets to Life Day, that's a
Because,
relation.
Like, every galaxy, planet's gonna have a different rotation. You know.
Yeah, every year days.
Not in the Star Wars universe.
Huh?
Star Wars universe, they're all in like the same time. Because it's science fiction, it doesn't have to be
That's true.
But
plausible.
Brandon, I'm making it. You trying
Physics
to think.
doesn't.
Physics doesn't actually apply. In some cases it does. I watched a video on like, would these planets actually exist?
Mm-hmm.
Like different ones, and was like, there were actually quite a number of them that were like, yeah, this planet could theoretically exist somewhere in the universe.
Yeah.
But anyways, you were saying
Yoda years.
the Yoda years,
Yoda's-
life years,
Yoda's
life
years.
day years.
Yoda's a great name. I hope I'm correct. I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm like,
No, I really don't think there isn't not a. Excuse me, I've got really like. Pardon me, I'm just burping.
I'm
all
gonna look
over
up
the place.
Baby Yoda on the subreddit. Baby, a lot of people posted Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda gives me life.
Baby Yoda gives. Yep, yodel. Yodel gives me life.
Baby Yoda gives my life meaning.
It gives my life meaning. You know, I didn't want to live until Baby Yoda came along.
Thank you, Disney.
Thanks, Disney. Maybe you're not an evil mouse after all. Oh boy, kids, here we go. Hey, you know what people
buddy.
need more of? Baby Yodas.
Okay, little buddy.
Okay, little buddy, here we go. Do your stuff.
Get out there.
Make me millions. Make. Just like that episode of South Park where Mickey Mouse beats up the Jonas Brothers.
That's what I was referencing.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the Hot Dish Podcast, where it has a little bit of everything that's always good. Boo boo and lands.
I actually thought you were gonna end it
I'm
right
still
there.
like, oh, okay, that was.
I mean, we have been on for a while.
It's over that time.
I know.
But yeah, we can wrap it up.
Sure. Because we got to talk about more stuff.
Yeah,
later.
as always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. You can follow us on Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. We post stuff up on there, do updates and such like that. We go live every single Saturday with this somewhat comical group.
That's me. Wait. That's me. I have to make sure my hand was not in the shot.
I'm here too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.